Hey all, it's Thomas Tobin. I want to show you how I make maps for this game. It's going to be fairly fast, there's a lot of steps, but I'd love to share and break it down as I can. So we start off in Gaia, we start with a mountain. A lot of it is just practicing, and then I think an essential step for me was swirling. It adds a lot of character to the map. We then run some erosion, get some basic rivers in there, run a bit more practicing, and then a lake. And that's basically it to get the whole terrain. So at the start of this, I terraced the environment just to gate the player into a larger area. Now I'm selecting with curves and flattening out terrain for either rivers or little lakes. This is for our boss area. A lot of it is just selecting an area, masking, and adding some hills. Right now I'm adding all my masks for my materials in Unity. I have a tool right now. I just selected a ambient occlusion area, and that allows me to guarantee the player won't get stuck in holes. And we have a couple different main systems here. One of these is pathing in rivers. They work on the same system. Basically, you draw a spline, and then you add a line to every point along the spline. You can kind of add thickness, flatten out the terrain below it. And then for the same thing here on rivers, we just add a random line, vary the width of it, and you can then indent this into the terrain. If you pause, you can see some of the code and all the nodes I use. And I'm instancing along the curve, so I just take that same center line for the pathing, and I instance fences, I instance lampposts, signs along the way, and all of the trees, and we can kind of see as I go, I can take my river, I can take the edge of the river, and that's now a scatter zone, and you can use this to make sure the river flows around those objects. I'm instancing big rocks, and those rocks effectively cut out of the mask, say don't place grass under me to be efficient. And effectively, through all of my tooling, it's just saying, you're either a spline, you're going to do spline tooling, you're either a point, and you're placing foliage, you're placing rocks, you're placing whatever. And through Houdini engine, you just put these in through multiple output nodes, as I just showed right at the end there. And effectively, it loads them all as separate instances. So you have your instancing done, you have your terrain done, you have your unique mesh, that's the rivers. And it all basically comes in automatically, all set up for you. And because I've done all my masking, I've done all the assignment, we have a world, and it's instantly playable. It has collision, it has the entire thing set up. You can kind of see this boss area I very briefly flew through. And so I'm able to just manually mask out areas, add new noise, blend it into the original Gaia eroded height field that I created. And we can create fun new areas. We can vary the assets. So for me, I use data tables, and I say, this data table represents the winter biome asset. So this data table represents the forest, and effectively it's just a collection of Unity assets that you instance according to the biome, and it effectively just scatters only those assets in the biome. Thank you so much.